Here, we all are gathered here to celebrate 75th Human Rights Day. Let us begin the program with praising the Almighty with prayers. So please raise up for prayers.
ഹൃദയരാഗതന്ത്രി മീട്ടി സ്നേഹഗീതമേകിയും കർമ്മഭൂമി തളിരിടുന്ന വർണ്ണമേകിയും നമ്മിൽ വാഴും ആദിനാമം ഇന്നു വാഴ്ത്തിടാം. ഞങ്ങൾ പാടുമീ സ്വരങ്ങൾ കീർത്തനങ്ങളാകണേ. ചുവടുവയ്ക്കും ഈ പദങ്ങൾ നൃത്തലോലമാകണേ. കുഞ്ഞു വീടിൻ ഉൾക്കണങ്ങൾ സ്വർഗമാകണേ. അമ്മ നൽകും ഉമ്മ പോലും അമൃതമാകണേ. പൂർണ്ണമീ ചരാചരങ്ങൾ ഗുരുവരങ്ങളാകണേ.
Freedom, equality and justice for all. Human Rights Day is observed every year on 10 December, the day in which the UN General Assembly adopted in 1948 the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. The Universal Declaration of Human Rights empowers us all. Once again, I welcome all of you to this auspicious occasion. Before stepping to the program, we have an important function to carry on, which is swearing in of office bearers, students governing body. For that, I would like to welcome our beloved principal on the stage, Professor T.P. Rajalakshmi Madam. Ma'am.
A fragrant and a sweetest good morning to all of you. Yes, I am welcoming all of you to this function, and I think that it is a coincidence that we are having this celebration of human rights along with another program that is very pivotal regarding on college, that is the swearing in of the office bearers. I don't know whether how it happened in this way. Anyway, I planned this swearing in function to be organized a little bit earlier, but due to some untoward things which happened because of this valuation and the closure of the classes, it went on in this way. And well, it's for good that we are having this swearing in function on this celebration of this Human Rights Day. And I think that our college council is humane in all respects, because it is containing the aspirations of human rights flavor and fragrance in it. And I'm not going much because I have another duty, that is a keynote address. Always I am having that keynote address in all the functions. So that can be taken a little bit afterwards. And for the beginning, the first programmers swearing in, and I wish the office bearers all the best, because they are having a very noble and a very charismatic duty to perform, because they are the carriers of this chariot of the college. And I request our chairman nominated, that is Achyut, to come over and take this oath. I will see the first one. I,
Achyut MK, having nominated as the chairman of the college students governing body, do hereby solemnly affirm that I shall discharge my duties earnestly and sincerely, and that my activities shall by no means be detrimental to the interest and welfare of the institution.
Next, it is Vice Chairman. Present here? Malavika is not present, so I am just calling out our General Secretary nominated, that is Huda Nasreen, to take the oath. I
Huda Nasreen, having been nominated as the General Secretary of the College Students Governing Body, do hereby solemnly affirm that I shall discharge my duties earnestly and sincerely, and that my activities shall by no means be detrimental to the interest and welfare of the institution.
And next it is Joint Secretary Faria Zaman. I
Faria Zaman KP, have been nominated as the Joint Secretary of the College Students Governing Body, do hereby solemnly affirm that I shall discharge my duties earnestly and sincerely, and that my activities shall by no means be detrimental to the interest and welfare of the institution.
good luck to you. Next, it is Santwana Santosh, Fine Arts Secretary. I
Sandhuna Santosh, have been nominated as the Fine Arts Secretary of the College Students Governing Body, do hereby solemnly affirm that I shall discharge my duties earnestly and sincerely, and that my activities shall by no means be detrimental to the interest and welfare of the institution. Thank you.
Okay. Next, Savinay, editor nominated. Yes, morning.
I, Savinay, having been nominated as the magazine editor of the College Students Governing Body, do hereby solemnly affirm that I shall discharge my duties earnestly and sincerely, and that my activities shall by no means be detrimental to the interest and welfare of the institution.
Okay,
thank you.
Press officer?
Yes.
I was doubtful whether he is present or not, because he was deputy to have that moot court work and court work to be prepared. Anyway, just a leave for that, and he is here to assume the office of the sportsman.
I, Prashobhas Kumar, have been nominated as the General Captain of the College Students Governing Body, do hereby solemnly affirm that I shall discharge my duties earnestly and sincerely, that my activities shall by no means be detrimental to the interest and welfare of the institution.
Good luck, my sportsman.
Thank you.
That other boy is here, who is to take charge afterwards, no? Then UUC nominee, that is Hari Ram. What's it? What's it?
UUC.
That is what I called, UUC. I called him.
Sorry.
Then what's it? Why you are all surprised? Yes. It's UUC nominated. Yes, I,
Hariram C, having been nominated as the UUC of the College Students Governing Body, do hereby solemnly affirm that I shall discharge my duties earnestly and sincerely, and that my activities shall by no means to be detrimental to the interest and welfare of the institution. Thank you.
okay, because he's the boy who is to be the voice of the college in the university chamber. Then what else?
No, other name.
Then the class representatives, please stand up. Who are the class representatives selected? Please, you call out the names.
Dia S7, Taukira S5, Safa S3, Hisham S10, Shruti S10.
Yes, they are class representatives selected, no?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Here's
Please
one.
come forward.
This one? No. Well, a big salute to all of you because this body, they have to take the college together and you have to take your classes together. And I want what is in return is the habitual obedience from your class. Well, we can have a photograph to be taken because that is an evidence. College union members, please come. യൂണിയന്റെ എടുത്തിട്ട് പിന്നെ നമുക്ക് സ്റ്റാഫ്
All union members, please come to the stage.
Yes, be quick. Please come. Reps ഇത് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി അയക്കാൻ യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റി യൂണിയൻകാർ ആദ്യം അത് കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് യൂണിയൻ മെമ്പേഴ്സ് ആദ്യം വന്നോളൂ വന്നോ അടുത്ത് ടീച്ചേഴ്സ് എല്ലാവരും വന്നോളൂ കേട്ടോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ പിന്നെ അടുത്ത്
I welcome our beloved teachers on the stage.
എക്സാം
രണ്ട് റോ ആയിട്ട് നോക്കാം അല്ലേ എല്ലാവരും ഇതിനകത്ത് വരുമോ For the time being, it is okay. എനിക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ we can make it afterwards. ഇവരുടെ മുമ്പിൽ വെച്ച് class കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് അടുത്ത photos ഒക്കെ. We can have a program.
Thank you all. Congratulations and thank you leaders. We all are expecting a superb governance of Bhavan's Pulsar for coming year. Without any delay, let's kicking in the program by welcoming our today's important personalities. First and foremost, let's welcome our beloved chairman Achyut RJ to deliver a welcome speech.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Esteemed Principal Professor T.P. Rajalakshmi Ma'am, distinguished Dr. Surega Somabalan, HOD in Law, respected teachers, non-teaching staff, and our wonderful students. A warm and heartfelt welcome to each one of you as we gather here to celebrate Human Rights Day. Today we are honored to have our Principal Professor T.P. Rajalakshmi Ma'am, whose commitment to education and human values continue to inspire us. We extend our deepest gratitude to Principal Ma'am for her thoughtful consideration in organizing this Human Rights Day program, a testament to her dedication to fostering awareness and understanding in our academic community. We are also privileged to have with us Dr. Surega Somabalan, the head of the department in law, whose expertise and insights contribute immensely to our academic pursuits. Thank you, ma'am, for gracing this occasion with your presence. To our respected teachers, whose guidance shapes the minds of our future leaders, and the non-teaching staff, whose tireless efforts make our educational journey smoother, we express our sincere appreciation. Last but certainly not the least, a warm welcome to our students, the heartbeat of our educational institution. Your enthusiasm and commitment to learning make events like these truly meaningful. Let us come together to celebrate the principles of human rights, acknowledging the importance of equality, dignity, and justice for all. May this event foster a deeper understanding and inspire positive action towards a world where human rights are respected and upheld by all. Thank you, and let us embark on this journey of reflection, awareness, and advocacy together. Thank you.
Thank you, Achyut, for your warm welcome. Again, I would like to welcome our beloved and supportive principal, who is the roof of our college, Srimati Professor T.P. Rajalakshmi Madam. Ma'am, please.
So many adjectives together conferred on me. Dignified, educated, and humane, so many things. Anyway, I am accepting all this. So, to this assemblage of very dynamic children, we are celebrating Human Rights Day. Even though Human Rights Day, it falls on 10th of December, we are not humane to that extent to celebrate it on 10th, because we are giving more values to our rights, because we are not a way to sacrifice one Sunday to celebrate this. So the Sunday is being taken to this, 10th is taken into this 8th. Well, let us go to this Human Rights and Human Rights Day. I told you so many times what are all human rights and there is no need. But just for the freshers, because they are here for the first time, and I would like to say that yesterday we had a program that is for your Malayalam debate, elocution. The topic was Vamshanasham Sambhavikkunna Manusya Avakashangal. That was the topic which was given for your Malayalam elocution yesterday. The question is whether the human rights are becoming extinct now or they are getting revived day by day. The truth is that human rights are getting diluted and it is getting vanished day by day. It is becoming extinct, and we are going to such a situation wherein we do not know the word who is a human being, what is humane and what is humanism. All these are getting evaporated into something. So we are becoming human beings without that human values in us. It is becoming extinct. And you know, human race is, mankind is having a very speedy, or it is grasping for breath and is moving towards a situation. It is gushing forward into an area wherein he is going down and down. The entire mankind is facing a lot of turmoil. There is a concept of this totalitarian tyranny on one side. There is another side that is horrifying and harrowing, as that is the monster of wars. And also there is the system that is military monsters who are completely crippling and crumbling and crushing the entire human scape. So that is the situation wherein we stand. When we celebrate this Human Rights Day on this 8th of December, what is going on globally? Globally, the world is subjected to much chaos, confusion, and you know, human beings are completely butchered by what I earlier said, that is this monster of war, these ghastly monsters of war. Then this, again I repeat, this totalitarian tyranny that is we find everywhere. Why this happens? Because the answer is we are having a lust for power and pleasures. We are running after the shadows of lust of power and pleasures by completely pledging our human values and human rights. Even though the UN has adopted this concept of human rights in 1945, again I repeat, human rights are those rights which all human beings on earth are entitled to enjoy, namely right to life, liberty and equality and social security. But this concept is getting completely lost. And even the right to be born into this world is denied. Even on this day when we are celebrating these, today's newspapers are having so many reports saying that a young lady is being murdered or she is subjected to suicide by her in-laws on demand of dowry and all these things. An educated doctor is no more. She has committed suicide, that is on the altar of this concept that is dowry. So the humanism is completely lost. It is lost not only in the society, it is lost even in that small hut wherein a baby girl is not allowed to be born into. So that is the scenario which we are having now. In order to have all these things, we are framing a lot of legislations giving you more and more and more and more human rights. And we are going to such an extent wherein a university student can attain a degree without attending your examinations. That also is human right to which we are cramming. So the concept of human right, yes, on side there is in black and white. But the implementation of these rights, we are born with so many rights. And the most sparkling example is our own constitution. That is contained in part 3, the much cherished human rights in the form of fundamental rights. Then a lot of other statutes giving you more and more and more human rights. But something is wrong somewhere. Where that thing is wrong, it is wrong in your own mind. As I told you earlier, we are having these management studies. You are all experts in management. MBA, BBA, MA and BA together, MBA. So you can manage so many things, but you don't know how to manage that invisible thing that is your own mind. Can you thought at any time what exactly is that unseen thing that is mind? Who can manage mind? When a person can manage your mind, you can say that you are having a success in life. Otherwise, no, you cannot succeed. So the thing is, why the word has framed human rights? Because the word knew that human rights are getting lost. In order to preserve it, these lot of conventions, legislations, all these things have come up. But even then, after a lapse of so many times, we do not have the effect of an actual human right. It is lost. But even then we celebrate. But what I want to get from you that be more and more humane. Within a classroom, you can be humane and you can be not a humane. Be always considerate to your own self, not to your own self, but to your friends also. Then only the human rights, that thing is getting balanced. I'm not going to say much on this, you know it, only the freshers need more. Please stand up, those who are in the first semester. Anyway, somebody not from the class also are standing up? All are from the same class? Well, just for them I am just saying, because you were elders, they know. Yes, 3 years, 4, they know what are. Please sit down. So one thing which I want to tell you, be more humane in all your actions. And during interview, almost all the freshers, they share the view that they have preferred this course because they want to do something for society. And what something they can do for society, when that answer is getting deep, that they are not in a way to give an answer. But you know, anyway, your idea is good, your dream is good, you want to do something for society. And then I told them that study of law is not that much needed in order to do some good to society. But a law can, it is acting as a censor of this whole system. In the absence of legislations, nothing can be had. So be more humane in your behavior, with more and more ideas in your mind. And there is one, I am just stopping with one statement which I told in the same dais, the last audience, but you were not the audience, that is this Martin Luther King. There is a very famous statement that is, we are all human beings and we have a dream. You can fly to whatever height you dream. You can fly, but if you can't fly, what you can do? You run. If you can't fly, please run. If you can't run, you walk. If you can't walk, you just crawl. So this is what he said, but the gist of the thing that comes towards the end, which I am yet to tell you. So the statements are like this. You have many dreams. To achieve those dreams, you fly. But if you can't fly, you run. If you can't run, you walk. If you can't walk, you crawl. But whatever be the movement which you are having, it should be towards forward. You move forwards, not backwards. And in that forward movements, please have the flavor of, please have the pulse of, please have the spirit of, please have the wisdom of what is human rights. Don't get the human rights to be completely lost from your mind. You please chisel your mind as a container of human rights. And if you cherish or if you convert your mind, your heart into a container of human rights, you can win more and more laurels in your life. So we are observing, it's a very small function, I know that it's a small function, it is not having that much of pompous things, it's a but small is always, small is, fill it up, small is, no answer? Then there is no need for me to be here. You please complete small is. Can you? Small is, there is a statement, small is. Small is beautiful, but I want to tell you that this, when it's a very small audience, it is a beautiful one, and to take everything as good. You retain the good and discard the bad, then you can become humane. So be more humane in life, you can achieve more and more in life. Please have a consideration to your own fellow beings, then you can succeed. So I am not taking you to more and more details, you know it. And with this, more I can say, but I don't think that much of time because we have some competitions to be conducted after this meeting. And I wish you all the best, not only in this minute, all through your life, all the best. Wish you good luck always. Be humane, that's my request. So, thank you all once again.
Thank you, madam, for your wonderful words. Up next, I would like to welcome our HOD-in-law, Dr. Surekha Somabalan, to deliver felicitation speech of 75th anniversary of Human Rights Day.
A very good morning to respected Principal, Professor T.P. Rajalakshmi, in absentia, Head of the Management Department, Dr. S. Geeta. It's with a very heavy heart I say that Geeta Madam has met with an unfortunate injury which has led to ma'am being confined to her home. I request that all of us pray for ma'am's healthy and speedy recovery. Also on the dais with us, Mrs. Jisha C. Chandran of the Management Department, Senior Law Faculty, Sri Kumar Sir, our Vice Chairman of the Student Governing Body, Achyut M.K., General Secretary of the Student Governing Body, Huda Nasreen, and the Master of Ceremonies for today, Shweta K.S. In the order of the program conducted today, my role being felicitation, since the swearing-in ceremony of the Student Governing Body has taken place first. So before moving on to the Human Rights Day celebration part, I would like to first extend my felicitations to the formation of the new Student Governing Body. The official function having taken place, as Principal Ma'am said, our governing body members have already started performing their roles very well. Our new governing body members, they have already taken up the roles and they are working. But the official ceremony has only been carried out today. Work never stops at Bhavan's Palsar on procedural formalities. We keep working. But as Principal Ma'am always says that there are certain things which have to be done the official way. So we had the swearing-in ceremony. I extend my felicitations to Chairman Achyut M.K., Vice Chairman Malvika K. Shalji, who unfortunately could not be present today in spite of her earnest desire, her relative being in the ICU, General Secretary Huda Nasreen MC, Joint Secretary Faria Zaman KP, Fine Arts Secretary Santwana Santosh, Student Editor S. Savinay, General Captain Prashobh S. Kumar, UUC Hariram, our class representatives, 10th semester B, Mohammad Hisham, and 10th semester Shruti Sri Kumar not present today, 7th semester Diya P, 5th semester Tokira VP, 3rd semester Safati. Class representative of 1st semester remains to be nominated under Principal Ma'am's guidance. I hope and expect that as the former student governing body, which was also appointed during Principal Madam's tenure, under Ma'am's able guardianship, we have had several extracurricular programs. We had our students going for the fine arts. Even during the vacation, Principal Madam was here, guiding our fine arts secretary who worked very hard. So I request that the new student governing body members take a lesson or two from your seniors, reach out to them and do take lessons on how they have coordinated the various activities in the college. They all have done a very good part under the guidance of Principal Madam, always keeping in contact, seeking advice, seeking instructions from the teachers, from the Principal Madam. So I request that our new student governing body members always come forward, be willing to learn rather than sit in the corners. I'm very happy to see the present student governing bodies, a leading example being Achyut M.K. Chairman and our General Secretary Huda Nasreen. Just saying the names, of course everyone, they have taken up such an active role already. So looking forward to a very strong and dynamic student governing body and that with your cooperation, as ma'am said, now you are leading the chariot, the Sarathi. All right, you are the Sarathi of all the academic extracurricular activities in the college. So we expect that the student governing body members will cooperate with all the students of your classes, with the college as a whole, making sure, as I was telling our chairman Achyut M.K., every small endeavor, small is beautiful as Principal Ma'am says, every small or big program should be a joint endeavor. It should involve everybody, whether it is, everything here is for our students. We are here for the students, the college is for the students, each and every one of us, as our director says, you are the VIP, the most important people in the campus. The others don't matter. We are all here with only one purpose, to give you our best. So the students should definitely be a part of every program. But let us never forget everyone who makes every small and big program possible. Starting from the valuable advice, guidance from Principal Madam. Madam never fails to point out celebration of any days, even whether it's Fine Arts, whether it's Human Rights Day, whether it's Women's Day. Ma'am is always there. We have to get things done. Small or big does not matter. Evaluation camps are going on, university exams are going on, does not matter. What has to be celebrated, what has to be done, has to be done. With such a strong principal in the lead, why should we fall behind? So we teachers, again followed by our very cooperative office staff and definitely FTM. Right now when we all are seated in the auditorium right now, there are a number of FTM who have arranged the auditorium for us, who have made sure that we are sitting in a clean auditorium. So every small program or big program requires the joint endeavor and cooperation of many people. Some on the dais. We are privileged that we are on the dais and visible probably in the photographs also. But there are many people who are working behind the dais. And I think even today, right now, Geeta ma'am is probably at home having all her blessings for the success of this program. Then again, we have the FTMs who are not anywhere near the dais, but who have worked very hard. The office staff are doing their work right now. So I request my student governing body members that please always involve everybody. Ellarum ellam ariyanam. It must be like that. Should not be that one or two people are taking some decisions. I'm sure that will be happening as Achyut has permitted to that. Yes. Coming to rest about the student governing body formation, which is a milestone event in the achievement. Coming to another milestone celebration today, which is Human Rights Day celebration, which we are celebrating a little bit in advance, which is actually to be celebrated on 10th December, the 75th anniversary of the commemoration of the milestone landmark international document, which for the first time laid down in black and white what are our human rights. My first semester students, I had requested in yesterday's class, should already the other students know it. They have in some context or the other gone through the UDHR. But first semester students, as Principal Ma'am said, are probably very new to everything, may not have even seen that international instrument. I had requested my first semester students to go through it. Internet is available, technology is available, how we use it depends on us. So when we are browsing the social media or we are going through Instagram posts, do invest some time to go through certain important material like going through the UDHR. I do sincerely hope that my first semester students have done their homework and have gone through the international instrument comprising of 30 articles which lays down nothing new, did not lay down anything new, but it only put down in a concrete form which we all should already know. When the Constitution was first framed, fundamental duties was not a chapter because our Constitution framers, probably with Principal Ma'am's permission, I make a comment. It's very brave of me to speak anything on Constitution in front of Principal Madam, who is a luminary on Constitution. Fundamental duties chapter was not included because it never was felt that we have to be informed of our duties. We are a people who know our duties well, we Indian people. That much confidence was there. But unfortunately, that mistake had to be corrected. It had to be reminded to us that we have to respect our national flag, that we have to respect our national anthem, that we have to respect and preserve our culture and heritage, that we must renounce practices derogatory to women. All this, even take care of our own children. All this had to be put down in black and white so that we follow it. In the same way, human rights does not have to be written down anywhere, does not have to be explained. When we are born on the earth as a human being, this is one peculiar right which is not granted, not given, not conferred. It's not given to us. We are born with it. Human rights is something with which we are born. If we are talking about fundamental rights, it is conferred to us by the Constitution of India, given to us, granted to us. But human rights are something with which we are born. It is irrespective of your gender, our gender, country, caste, religion. It does not matter who we are, color of our skin, nothing matters. These rights should be available to us, must be available to us as human beings. It's enough. As Principal Ma'am said, we don't need any other eligibility. We just need to be born as a human being and we are entitled. It's not anybody's favor. Nobody is giving it to us. We are entitled, we are born with our human rights. But as the topic of elocution given by Principal Madam yesterday, is it actually being implemented? On Constitution Day also, I had made a humble request to myself. Whatever I say, I must first practice myself and then even have the audacity to say to anybody else. So I had made a pledge to myself and I had made a request to my students, please practice the Constitution. It should be practiced, not read, not studied. Article by heart chedu, case law mansilaki, no. We should be practicing the Constitution. The principles of justice, equality, liberty, fraternity, we have to live the Constitution. Similarly, we come to human rights, something far more than that. Yesterday, I was listening to some of our classmates, your batchmates, your college mates, speaking in English and also in Malayalam about the Human Rights Day. I really appreciate. I'm very sorry I missed out. I would like to extend my felicitations to every participant who participated in the poster making yesterday and for the elocution English and Malayalam. Some of our students did come up and they got stage fright, but doesn't matter. Very happy and proud that you did participate and you did try. Trying is what matters. So some of my students were talking about human rights and the connection between constitutionalism and human rights. They were talking about it so well. And they had said, in Malayalam also, in English also, very well, really very proud. Human rights are inalienable. I don't know how many of you noticed. Many of your classmates on the speech said that. Inalienable. What does that mean? It means no one can take it away from you. Can you contract it out? Can I sign a contract giving up my human rights? No. Can I sign a contract saying I shall not be a human being from today? No, not possible. It is not innate. Can you give up your citizenship? Is it possible? Can we give up our citizenship? That's possible. But can you give up your human rights? No. You cannot give it up. No one can take it away from you. Then what is this UDHR, Universal Declaration of Human Rights, signed on 10th December 1948? What does that stand for? Is it a contract? Is it a pledge? What is it? It's just a reminder, students. It is that document and the 75th anniversary of that document that we are supposed to be celebrating on 10th December every year. It is a renewal, it's a kind of a reminder to ourselves that these are the rights with which we are born, you are born, your classmate is born, your family member is born, your neighbor is born, your society fellow is born. We often forget it. We only think about ourselves, a very selfish existence. Yesterday, one of our students, so proud to hear them speak, said that even if you worry about whether your neighbor had a good sleep, did your neighbor have lunch yesterday, even that concern shows the humanity in you, which is coming down. When we read the newspapers, a 5-year-old child violated beyond imagination. When we think of what was done to the women in Manipur, when we think of patients in hospitals being attacked, children, aged people in hospitals being attacked because there is a presumption that there are others who are not wanted are still there in the hospital. Does not matter that innocent lives are lost, others have to be killed. So they have to sacrifice theirs. These kind of readings which we are only reading, we are not even experiencing, only reading in the newspaper, makes us feel so low, makes us question ourselves. Do we deserve to call ourselves human beings at all? Are we really humans? Often we ask, when we read this, as Principal Ma'am said about the doctor who was driven to commit suicide because of an alliance gone wrong, a matrimonial alliance gone wrong, because something which had been sought for could not be delivered and could not be compromised by the so-called matchmaker. This is what is happening. So when we think of these, when we hear of these, we think of, again, the shocking news of a mere baby tried to be killed so that the actual biological mother and her partner could live in peace. Several attempts made, tried to kill the child, but the unfortunate child kept escaping and finally thrown against the wall so that the child will go out of the way and the two partners can live happily. How can they live happily? Have they no conscience? How can they sleep at night thinking of that child they have thrown against the wall with the biological mother in support? All this makes us question. So I just have a humble request, as I always say, let us not profess, let us practice. Practice our constitution, practice our human rights. We cannot do great things. Being in the company of a person like Principal Madam, a person who can do great things. But very humbly, we cannot do great things, but we can do small things with great love, with great passion. Let us try to do that. Let us try to be a human being. And how do we be that? Do I read UDHR, the 30 articles, like my first semester students? Vaichu madam. Ipa ella ariyam. Now we are all human beings. No. We have to practice the basic values. The basic values which make us human. It's not an LLB degree. It's not 98% in the 10th or 85% in the board exams. It's nothing of that. There's no eligibility, no professional qualification, what family, what skin color, nothing matters. Just do we care? Do we care for the people around us? We should treat others the way we expect ourselves to be treated. It's one of my favorite lines from the Bible. The way I would like to be treated by another person is how I should treat another. But we are all full of expectations. Venam, venam, venam. But how much are we ready to give? We should be ready to give. We should be ready to recognize. We should be ready to respect. That is all about human rights. So whether grand or, I always say that if there's any function, Principal Ma'am says it was a small function, wasn't it? It was a very small function. It does not matter. Small does not matter. What is that, does it have, if it touches even one person, if it's a reminder to even one of us that what we need to go, if you can remember this outside, then it's not a small function at all. So let us all renew our pledge to human rights, to ourselves, not to any other person. If every one of us here remember that we are a human being, remember that the others are a human being, our job is done. We don't need any UDHR. We don't need any United Nations. What we just need is that each one of us need to remember that we and the others around us are human beings. Just follow our basic moral values. With that, I would like to end my words. Thank you so much for being so patient, especially the first semesters. Always, little ones a little bit privileged. Thank you very much to the 10th semesters who had been deputed by Principal Madam to go for the pre-trial preparations for 10 days, but yet have found time to come and attend this swearing-in ceremony. So particularly others not thanking you as such, because you are all supposed to be here and it's your program, your college, your day. Attendance undo? Everyone is always asking, attendance undo, madam? Nale attendance undo? Attendance does not matter. This is your program, but yes, attendance is there. Okay, otherwise you will not come. So with that, I end my words, wishing each one of you, each one of us, a very happy and proud human rights. Every single day, not only 10th December, every single day.
Thank you, madam. Your words means a lot. Once again, I welcome our Principal Madam for awarding prizes to winners of constitutional program and also announcing results of program conducted yesterday related to Human Rights Day. Ma'am.
മാം അനൗൺസ് ചെയ്തോ ആ കുട്ടി ലിസ്റ്റ് കൊടുക്കണം
കുട്ടി പറഞ്ഞാൽ മതി പറഞ്ഞോളൂ അതോ ഞാൻ തന്നെ പറഞ്ഞു കൊടുക്കണോ
The winners of Constitutional Day. First one is poster making. First goes to Vedangi Cherukattu Narendran. Second, Gauri Nanda K. First semester. Next, the winners of SA Malayalam. First goes to Asaid Habib Rahman Zahir. Asaid Habib Rahman Zahir. Second goes to Mohammed Sauhan. Once again, I welcome Asaid Habibur Rahman Sahir. Next, the winners of SC Malayalam. First goes to Vedangi Cherukattil Narendran. Second goes to Safati, second semester. Next, I am announcing the quiz program winners. First goes to Ashwin KS, 7th semester, Amana PS, 7th semester, Fatima Nihala KP, 1st semester. Fatima Nihala. Next, I would like to welcome the second prize winners, Rahul Govind C, 3rd semester, Mohammad Rashik PK, 1st semester, Gautami V, 1st semester. Congratulations to all the winners.
അല്ലാതെ മാമിന് കൊടുത്തു മാം പറയും. That's better.
So declaration of not human rights is a declaration of prizes for the competitions held yesterday. First item is poster making. Only 2 prizes for all. First position for poster making goes to Vedangi.
ഇന്ന് പ്രൈസ് കിട്ടോ അത് എഴുതിയ പ്രൈസ് ഉണ്ടാവും ഞാൻ എഴുതിയിട്ടില്ല ഹ്യൂമൻ റൈറ്റ്സിൻ്റെ എല്ലാം കൂടെ ഒരുമിച്ച് തരാം ഓക്കെ
Then second position is a twins shared by 2. What's it?
Bibina Lakshmi.
What's it?
Bibina Lakshmi.
Bibina Lakshmi of S7. Not here? Not here? And also one more, Shafana Shireen. You fly. If you can't fly, you can't run. Then second item is elocution English. First position it goes to Rana Bashir of S5. Who is the person?
He's absent.
Sorry, I do not know the persons. പല മുഖങ്ങളും എനിക്ക് പരിചിതമല്ല ഇപ്പോഴും. Second position, it is shared also, elocution. Gauri Nanda S1 and Vedangi S7. Then it is the slot is Malayalam elocution. First goes to Asaid Habib Rahman. Of S7. And second position goes to S7. Vedangi. Some more competitions to be done, conducted, and certificates will be given afterwards. So the next competition to be held is debate, and after completing that competition, we can distribute the certificates. Okay? Agreed? Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. And again, congratulations to all the winners. Next, I would like to welcome Huda Nasreen MC, General Secretary of Students Governing Body, to deliver vote of thanks.
A warm and grateful morning to our most valued Honorable Principal, Management Committee, worthy teachers, my dear friends and everyone gathered here. It's my privilege to propose a vote of thanks speech and acknowledge the contribution of those who worked really hard to make this event happen. I feel the deepest sense of appreciation as I stand here today. First and foremost, I express my gratitude to our principal, Rajalakshmi ma'am, for her instrumental role in facilitating the organization for this crucial and pertinent program that is taken place today. I would like to thank our chairman, Mr. Achut M.K., for his warm welcoming speech. Achut, thank you. Wholeheartedly, I'd also like to thank our HOD-in-law, Dr. Surega Somabalan ma'am, for effortlessly facilitating this event and contributing her efforts to it. Thank you, ma'am. And of course, our Jisha ma'am and Sri Kumar sir for devoting their time and efforts for this event. Thank you, ma'am. Let me take a moment to thank our incredible teachers and non-teaching staffs for dedicating their time and efforts to make this event truly remarkable. Thank you, teachers. Furthermore, an event in an institution like this could not be complete without our students. So, I thank all of you for your support and making this event more beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Huda. By this, we came to the end of this auspicious occasion. Now, let me take a moment to appreciate that how wonderful audience you have been. Thank you for your patient listening and your presence. It's time to wind up. Let's raise for national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे, तव शुभ आशीष मागे, गाहे तव जय गाथा। जनगण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
Thank you.